Right.
Welcome to 10 with the Founder, where we will steal your heart for 10 minutes
Okay.
and tell you the truth about the work behind the work. It's your girl, Neda Kellogg, and I am the founding executive director of Project Diva International. And today, you're hearing from the adults who walk alongside our girls, the directors, the coaches, the facilitators, and the parents who are choosing to grow with them. In PDI, our girls commit to intentionally developing in the areas of emotional regulation,
Okay.
mental fitness, and financial curiosity. What we don't talk about enough, though, is this. Supporting that kind of growth requires the adults to commit to the same work that work with our girls in Project Diva International. So, making space for girls mean regulating ourselves. Coaching them means we have to examine our thoughts and behavior. And coaching around financial curiosity, baby, when I tell you, this means that we have to be honest about our own relationships with money. So, this is what we call shared development. It's us transparently fumbling through life alongside the girls with the wonderful luxury of having some wisdom underneath our belt to lessen their bumped heads. So today I have the honor of introducing you to one of our amazing ladies, Ms. Tameka. Well,
Hello. Hello.
Ms. Tameka, let's start with sharing with our audience the role you've been playing was a self-discovery coach or growth goddess. Self-discovery coach, right?
Self-discovery coach, yes.
A few girls, okay. And one funny thing that you find about the girls at this time in our history.
So I have been a self-discovery coach with three girls. This is my first time having that many girls. And it has been eye-opening just to see the amount of confidence that these young ladies have already, right? They're ready to conquer the world. And it reminds me of my youth. And it also reminds me that there's still hope. But these girls are they're amazing. They're sassy. They have strong opinions, and they're not afraid to ask questions. So
Okay,
yes,
girl, we'll give it to us, won't they?
yes.
Well, let's slide right into our emotional regulation pillar. So, what I'm looking to do today is um, because you've been walking alongside our girls this cohort season while also committing to your own growth, the questions that I'm asking are the same questions I asked the younger girls or the babies that we're coaching, but I'm wanting to get the adult perspective.
Okay.
So we'll start with the emotional regulation pillar. As you've intentionally made space for the girls to process and grow emotionally, how has supporting them required you to regulate your own emotions with more intention?
So, committing to the power hour because I did not commit to giving myself enough time to just reset and to prepare for my day and to also like end my day and taking the good and the bad and have a plan for how I want the day to go and how to pivot. Right.
Oh,
So yeah, that has been huge for me because I am on the go and it made me stop. It made
yeah.
me stop.
I'm so glad to hear that. I feel like for definitely for us, but even having like the girls be with us for a few years and then they end up graduating high school and staying connected as alumni, they tell us like, I don't know how people don't do a power hour.
Right.
Like
Really.
when I don't do it, I'm off. So it's really cool to hear how as we're fumbling through life with the girls, like we're finding these tools later in life that are literally transforming our lives like it is the girls. So that's what's up.
Absolutely. Yes.
What has that felt like for you though? Like having to do that, what has that felt like?
It was a struggle at first because I'm also going through my grief stage where
Yeah.
I was blocking emotions, right? But I would find that I was spent at the end of the day. So I
Mhm.
just take the time to if I need to get a little cry out, do a little grieve, grieving, what I did learn how to do is mirror talk because I never did it before. So now I mirror talk, I mirror sing, and it just I just pour into myself, and it has been life changing for sure.
Girl, I just learned about mirror talk through a baby. Like,
And I think one of the girls told me, and I just started doing it. At first, it felt awkward, right? But now,
yes.
yes, I love it. I
That's
mirror
so
sing to
dope.
myself now. I put on my songs and I go.
That
Yeah.
is so dope. Well, that slides us right into the mental fitness pillar. As you've coached girls to strengthen their mindset and daily habits, and it's kind of, I think a lot of us do it during our power hour, but as you've strengthened your mindset and daily habits, what habits or mindset shifts have you had to strengthen in yourself to show up healthy and consistent? Because that'd be the key for these girls, for them.
Right. I definitely want showing up for myself. So of course the power hour. But again, like reflecting back and
Mhm,
and challenging myself on what I could have done better or
mhm,
how I can handle the situation differently.
mhm.
Um, learning not to snap off and pop off. Me and my girls have been aligned on that because I said, Lord, they line me up with the right ones. But learning how to, like self-regulate to say, okay, there are going to be consequences. Do I want to face them or do I want to, if I just want to hold off and hold my peace. So
Hmm. I know, like you, the business that you do, you have an analytical mind because you are in, tell me again,
engineering. I am
engineering.
I
Thank you.
am
I think of
engineering, yes.
technology, but I didn't want to get it wrong.
Automotive, yes.
Automotive and engineering, right? And when you think of what we're teaching the girls, this is offline, but when we think of what we're coaching the girls around when it comes to the daily habits, right? Because when we talk about mental fitness, I love what you said, and it is in addition to those things, right? The emotional regulation
Right,
and that mind shift that you have to have to show up your best selves at all times on your terms. What are
right,
some of those habits that you've like come into like really understanding that you need to be able to get up and do it, right? Because it's one thing to say we're all doing the power hour, but literally like it's a habit for me. Like you said, like we didn't do this stuff before, but
right,
it
right.
calms you down so much. So like what are some of the habits that like what's one or two that you feel
Okay, so I write down things I need to do for the day, for the week, for the month. I try to check those off. Again, I am analytical, so I try to check those off. And I also give myself like space to pivot. I do. Because that I think that's one of the things that I had to learn
Yeah.
is that I can't control every situation. And so I have to give myself grace in order to understand that even though the situation changes and it's not as I predicted, I can still navigate through that.
That is so fire because that's another thing that I am actually literally working on right now is sitting in the quiet.
Yes,
In that like being able to sit in the silence, not just the silence with myself, but a silence of a conversation. So sometimes
right,
letting the last word be a cliffhanger until somebody else wants to fill that space, right?
right,
Or letting
right,
somebody sit with the last thing that I said as I'm looking them dead in the eyes, opposed to me trying to fill the space so much. And so
right.
that's really cool to hear that you're on that similar journey.
Yeah.
That's dope.
Yeah.
All right, well, our last pillar is financial curiosity. And so, as you've supported the girls in becoming curious, not fearful about money, how has this work either challenged or deepened your relationship with finances, and long-term planning?
Okay, so I had long-term planning. And then I was doing my 401k, but Miss Deidre taught us about stocks and investing and all of that. And I opened up me account and started playing around. And I'm really just learning that, right?
Mhm.
It's new to me. I'm like, this is fabulous that the girls are learning it now because I'm 50 plus. And,
Yeah.
and and now I'm not afraid of it, right? And she showed us how to do it because I let my money sit over there and somebody else work it. And I wasn't really paying attention to what's going on, but she
Yeah.
really walked us through like step by step, very simplistic how to do it. And yeah.
That is so cool. I love having these conversations with us. It was fun with the girls, but it's really cool, the financial curiosity piece, to hear us talk about it because I know many of us didn't grow up like openly talking about it. And so
Right,
it just feels good for like this is a regular conversation for us. This is a Saturday session pretty much on how we talk, right?
right,
But to be able
right.
to show the world like we're not just doing it, like we have shifted our mindsets around our money
Absolutely.
and we're all sharing information and we're not scared to share our own personal one so that we can get the help that we need or the support that we need to get past different things that we don't know. So it's
Right.
just been really cool to then also hear the girls talk so freely. Like when they be checking in on how much they brought in for the month of high school girls, oh, I'll be like, golly, I need to up my game a little bit more. Let's see. Is my emergency fund
Really?
right or no? But it's
Really?
so cool to know that they're gonna walk into adulthood not scared to have those conversations. And so that leaves us knowing that they're never stuck
Right,
in a
right.
relationship, at a job, none of it. Because they know as long as they can turn a thought into a thing and put some value to it, baby.
Yes. Oh my God. And that's the other one. So last year I didn't see the CEO and entrepreneurship. And I mean, these girls have so many good ideas. And they're even carrying over their money stuff and saying, hey, I'm trying to take this money so I can invest into my business. So I absolutely love it. I love it.
I know it's so cool. All
Yeah.
right, my last question is overall, what has surprised you most about your growth while supporting theirs?
So when I joined 2 years ago, I immediately backed out because I didn't think that I would be able to contribute.
Yep.
And I didn't understand that it helps me as much as it helps the girls. I mean, they're not afraid to be vulnerable, to be open, which has led me to have that same openness. So I
That is
absolutely have enjoyed it, and I've grown as a person because of it.
Yay. Oh my gosh. Well, thank you, Miss Tameka, for making time for us today. I
Thank
so
you.
appreciate you for, yes, for just being you and audience. This amazing woman is not from Minnesota.
I am not. I am in Michigan. So I really thought, like, how can I help? How would they benefit from working from me? But it has worked out well. And I appreciate you for allowing me to be a part of the PDI family.
Girl, we appreciate you because we be needing help with these girls. So thank you for all the way from Michigan, hanging out with us all the time, becoming one of our sister girls. So
Thank you.
appreciate you. Yes. Well, audience, as you watch our videos learning about our girls and now the adults who support them, I invite you, our community, to notice something very important. And that is that this work doesn't just change girls, it's transforming the ecosystems around them. So whether it's your treasure, your time, or your talents, every investment strengthens the path beneath their feet. And in return, us adults walking beside them. So if
Yeah.
something you heard moved you, man, connect with us, stand with us, and invest in development that's happening in real time for girls and the people committed to guiding them. So click that link below to sponsor a girl's membership because self-discovery is their birthright and modeling growth literally is our responsibility. Until soon, we'll see y'all next time. See ya.
Bye.